Hello guys, and welcome to my review of the Hifiman HE-500. This is a planar magnetic headphone that has sparked my interest for quite some time. It measures superbly and seems to have high remarks said about it even from well-reputable individuals. Planar magnetic technology is rather rare in the headphone world, and it seems like it may just soon reign king. Now as you see before you, this is the case that the HE-500 resides in upon reception. Now when opening the case, you're greeted with the HE-500 nestled in their cutout, ready to offer a sonic presentation that I believe is just absolutely stellar. Included with the HE-500 is a 1/4 inch terminated braided silver cable. Personally, I dislike the ergonomics of this cable as it introduces microphonics and kinks quite easily. The cable then connects to the HE-500 via a mini coaxial based screw-in assembly. Kindly, Hifiman includes the connectors to help the do-it-your-own crowd make their own cables. You get an extra set of pads which are leather whilst the other pads are velour. You get a manual showing you how to swap the pads, basic usage of the headphone, safety and warranty information, as well as a description of the HE-500 from the manufacturer themselves. You also get a suede type material pouch to store the included accessories or the headphone when not in use. The HE-500 is quite a heavy headphone, weighing in at about 1 pound. This is primarily as a result of its speaker technology and the rather large and heavy magnets that are a necessity. The headband cushioning is rather thin, and after moderate usage, the metal band inside the interior of the leather strip begins to ding in the top of the scalp, causing minor discomfort. The ear pads are quite comfortable, with the diameter opening big enough to accommodate most, if not all, ear sizes. However, there is a significant level of clamping pressure exuded by the HE-500 towards the head. Thankfully, this is alleviated by the comfy pads. The build quality of the HE-500 is of plastic, metal, and leather construction and gives an appearance of a handmade headphone, something I kind of appreciate. So now the cable connection process is very unique, as I'm simply just used to plugging in and unplugging the cable from a headphone via either a 2.5 or 3.5 stereo jack. The cable connection of the HE-500 is very secure and can be too secure to a fault, whereas suppose the cable catches on something, it can risk breaking the cable because it won't detach from the headphone safely. Now let's dive further into the HE-500 and embrace its sonic presentation. This is a planar magnetic headphone which operates differently from the more common speaker, the dynamic driver. The main benefits of this technology is that the entire transducer is under greater magnetic strength and moves equally back and forth across the entire diaphragm, equating to the potential of greater transient response, lower harmonic distortion, and superb bass extension. The cons of this type of speaker technology are their higher level of difficulty to properly dampen the speaker from unwanted resonance, and the amount of weight from the speaker as a result of the large magnets. Also, due to the lower sensitivity from planar magnetics, you get lower output volume from the amplifier. As I said earlier about planar dynamic headphones usually offering greater bass extension than the typical other type of speaker technology, this leaves me with the description of the HE-500's bass being nothing short of spectacular, and easily the best bass presentation that I've ever heard from a headphone. The bass is so wonderfully textured, extended, and tight, it makes my other headphones sound confused in this region. There's a sort of indescribable energy or level of authority in the bass that goes beyond the sensation of just listening to a reproduction of the music. It basically simply just sounds so powerful and atmospheric. It creates a sense of connection to the music that I've yet to really fully comprehend. This puzzling response to such a superb bass makes me question what I've been doing my whole time in this hobby of audio. And as it seems so far, the planar magnetic technology is just amazingly breathtaking because the mid-range presentation from the HE-500 is also the best that I've ever heard from a headphone. The HE-500 just does a stupendous job on getting the fundamental tonal balance down within this very important area of the music. Vocals literally just jump out with incredible focus, realism, and presence. The weight and emotion can easily be felt, and this not only increases the level of engagement with the singer, but the overall understanding of the song's meaning, which creates a greater dimension towards simply listening to music. Pianos, guitars, trumpets, saxophones, flutes, the list goes on, they're all rendered with pristine clarity, vivid smoothness, and lightning quick articulation. The HE-700 is a superb headphone, but its flaws have just been made readily apparent, and this is mostly in the treble region. The HE-700 has an incredible sound as well, but its bass simply is not as tight and extended, the mid-range isn't as pure and balanced, and the treble isn't as smooth and clean as the HE-500. However, what the HE-700 has over the HE-500 is a super realistic sense of imaging and soundstage, which creates a holographic 3D presentation to the music, which the HE-500 just doesn't quite match. This is a result of the expertly angled driver from Sennheiser's acoustic team to help mimic the sound from traditional speakers over that of headphones. So while the HE-500 doesn't have the seriously amazing soundstage of the HE-700, it's the ability for this headphone to reproduce texture with such tactile responsiveness along with such a ridiculously smooth and balanced frequency response that makes everything it reproduces sound so stunningly real. Despite the smaller overall soundstage and capability of the HE-700, the HE-500 simply sounds more realistic. More as if the headphone disappeared, more as if the window of transparency has been heightened to a level where one just isn't listening to the music, they are in the music. The HE-700s are still a joy to listen to, but they simply don't disappear from the audio chain like the HE-500. What separates the two is that the HE-700 sounds like a very, very high quality rendition of my music, while the HE-500 sounds like the music is in my room. This has been my video review of the Hifiman HE-500. If there were any questions or concerns not covered in this video, feel free to post them in the comment section below and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thanks for watching this video. Later.